I really think the biggest issue driving political debate in the US at the moment is the midterm elections, which are coming up in November. And it's really the crucial thing as an outsider you have to realize about the American political system, that it runs on a 2-year electoral cycle. We tend to think, because the presidential elections are every 4 years, it resembles our parliamentary system in some sense. In fact, most members of the House of Representatives, the day they take office is the day they start running for re-election. So 2012 was an election year. Nothing much happened politically. Well, in policy terms, nothing much happened. Of course, there was politics all year long. 2013, you had pretty much a full year of arguments over the budget and arguments over healthcare. Again, nothing of any great substance was achieved in policy terms in that year. And now 2014, we're back into the election. Now, I think basically what this means is that all of the contentious issues, which are so important to the future prosperity of the US, are really off the table for now. They can't do entitlement reform, they can't do tax reform, they can't do immigration reform. They really can't do very much except shout at each other from opposite sides of the aisle. And so for a policy guy, it's frustrating. If you're a political junkie, you will absolutely love it. A lot of people are very pessimistic about growth prospects in the US, and I can certainly see where they're coming from. If you look at a range of economic statistics like investment levels, like productivity, like labor force participation, and so on, you would tend to think that we're not heading in a great direction, although the economy is doing kind of okay at the moment. Other economists say, look, we've picked all the low-hanging fruit. We've had this era of easy growth, where we didn't have to try that hard and we delivered 2, 3, 4, 5% growth every year, and that is behind us now. There are other people who say, well, look, there's an IT revolution going on, but it's not leading to greater output, that it's not being used well. And so there are all of these issues that maybe lead you to believe that growth is not great. The other one, the big one for me actually, is that we're so over-indebted as a result of the financial crisis, both personally, in corporate terms, but then crucially in government terms, when you look at the obligations that governments have placed themselves under, mostly to retirees, to older folks. They are going to face very severe funding challenges in the future, which are going to be hard to meet without big tax rises. And one tends to assume that big tax rises are going to result in lower rates of growth. All of these things paint a fairly grim picture, but I do think that we can remain fairly optimistic if policymakers get their response to these issues right.